What's up, baby? Hey, so I'm sitting here and enjoying some soup, like some orzo soup, weird stuff, but it's good. Um, I started to think, hey man, you haven't really played around with this Osmo Pocket that much, so I'm like, let's just do a whole video with it. I want to spend a week with this thing. Like I haven't, I've spent 2 days with it max, but I've had it for months. I think it's time for me to do a deep dive into this system. So I just want to take it around with me. I'm not going to take any other cameras with me. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the small DJI mics and this. That's it. Something big enough to put in a little pouch. And that's it. I'm just curious to what I'm going to think at the end of this. Um, I'm hoping that I like it and I can kind of get away from just doing full frame because I'm not gonna lie, I love full frame, but it's nice to carry something this small around and not have to worry about lugging around a big, not really a big camera, but a camera and a lens, worrying about the sensor getting dirty. Then on top of that, having to worry about audio. So I can have, if I could have something compact like this and be able to walk around and feel confident in the image, I think that's what I'm looking for. So hope you enjoy the video. I'm just gonna go about my day like a normal day. Okay, okay. So real quick, um, the first part of this video was in just a standard 4K 30, everything auto, right? I'm just curious to see what's the difference between low light mode and just a regular old video mode. So right now I'm in low light mode. Hopefully you can see a difference. I'm not really sure. I haven't looked at it yet. So hopefully there's a difference. And hey, as of right now, you're listening to audio straight into the Osmo Pocket. I don't have any type of audio on at all. So, all right, I'm gonna put my hat back on because I feel like I look weird without a hat on camera. Because I don't think it's been years since I've made a video without a hat. You have to go back to my earlier videos, and I'm like over probably 60 or 70 pounds heavier than when I was back then. Okay. So lately I've been on my weight loss journey yet again. So right now I'm 218. At one point I was like 225, 230-ish. But a couple of weeks ago I started my weight loss journey. Again, right now I'm at 218. I have to thank Peloton because I know I've never mentioned this, but I have tachycardia, something that I developed after taking the, you know what? But I'm not complaining. I'm happy just to be here. Proper medication and timing. I'm able to exercise now. So I'm trying to figure out how to lose weight slowly but surely. But I've been at it for a couple of weeks now. Last week I was completely on vacation. We all know how vacations go, right? You're not really focused on losing weight. So I was eating bad, eating Bojangles, because I'm from the South. Everyone from the South, you know what Bojangles is. Some people say it's not the same as what it used to be. I don't know. I just get the same thing over and over. But anyways, man, I'm 218. I lost a couple of pounds. Even after coming back from vacation, I lost weight. So I'm 3 days home now. Been on this Peloton ever since. This allows me to like monitor my heart rate so it doesn't go too crazy. Because if my heart rate gets too high at the wrong time, I start having palpitations and my heart rate's like gets uncontrollable. But luckily, medication. Man, it's a nice day out here today. How could you be upset today? Getting close to summertime. You have to excuse the mess in here. We just got back from vacation, like I just mentioned, and I have boxes and things everywhere in this garage that need to be cleaned up. But The one thing I love about this freaking Osmo Pocket, man, it's just the gimbal. Like, I love the gimbal so much on this camera that I've been debating on buying DJI's new gimbal. The one that has the camera built on it, or not built on it, but you know, that comes with, you can buy the camera that attaches to the small gimbal. Like, I've been debating on buying that gimbal, but the problem is I just purchased the DJI Roam, whatever their pro version of their gimbals. I just purchased that maybe a couple months ago, and I don't use it. And that's the problem with most of these gimbals. For what I do, I don't really use gimbals. And part of the reason it's bulky, but maybe I would use the other one, I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to buy it, because I do love using a gimbal. Like, I don't have to think about it, I can just move. Like, I can just walk through the frame and not have to worry about anything. Simple. Now, one other thing that I say is really awesome about this camera is the fact that it has a really great app. Super stable. Now, I can't speak for any other Osmo Pockets that before this, but the Pocket 3, it's fantastic. The app works great. They've really figured it out. It's super stable. I've never had it drop out on me, ever. My only complaint about the app is simply that sometimes it does take a little too long to connect to it. But other than that, I love it. It's similar to the Sony app, to where you can do anything that you can do on the back of the camera. Almost everything, pretty much everything, yeah. So I don't have to touch the camera at this point. I can turn off active track. I can do everything. Start, stop, time lapse, slow motion, anything that you can do on the back of the camera, you could almost do on your phone. And it makes a great monitor, by the way. So overall, I have to say that I'm really happy about the Pocket 3, especially like just the whole ease of use. Sometimes you really, like with my bigger cameras, sometimes I really just don't want to think. And that was one of the purpose of buying the Pocket 3 here, is sometimes I just want to make a video and not really have to think about it. And I feel like, I haven't looked at the image yet, but I'm hoping that this will do it for me. If not, I'm going to continue to be looking for a solution for, okay, just a camera that I don't have to think about. The auto features are so good that, listen, I'm just going to sit it down, allow it to do its thing, and I'm going to just make a video. That's what I'm looking for, and I'm hoping that this Pocket 3, I don't want to keep calling this an action camera, but it's not. It's better than an action camera when it comes to image. But speaking of image, let's talk about some of the things I've noticed, because I have looked at some of the footage a little bit. Not enough to draw a real conclusion, but I just have to say, I'm really impressed with the image. And, sorry, I have to start my 30-minute workout here. So you're gonna watch me work out for a few minutes. But anyway, so I'm really impressed with the image outdoors. Even in this environment, I think it's fantastic. When we're getting into a little bit lower light, like in the beginning of this video, that leaves a little bit to be desired. But I do have to say, when you put it in low light mode, it does improve. But it's similar to the Action 4 and the Action 5 when you put it in low light. It's decent, it's better, but it's just not on the level of full frame, and I don't think you can expect that to be. It also is not on the same level as an APS-C camera in low light. But here's the thing that really gets me excited, is the fact that I honestly can't tell the difference between this Pocket 3 and an APS-C camera outdoors. When lighting is not an issue, that's where I get really excited about this camera. It's just so good, and it looks great. It does not look like an action camera, because obviously I think for the most part, it has a bigger sensor than most action cameras. So I think it really is a good competitor outdoors to an APS-C camera, which is obvious because a couple of months ago, DJI was telling people to compare this to an APS-C camera, which justifiable. I have to admit, it really looked good. And a lot of those scenes that I was looking at online, I really couldn't tell the difference between the two. Now, listen, I know there's some people that are experts at telling the difference between all these other cameras and this and that. Listen, as a normal person, I couldn't tell the difference, okay? So hopefully this can be a camera that I get comfortable with taking with me almost everywhere that I don't want to lug around a huge camera. Matter of fact, on our vacation, this was the only camera that I did take. Now, I didn't do much videoing, but I did take it. I did have a little bit of confidence in this camera, and I did do a little bit of videoing, and it actually turned out really good. So there's that. I don't know. I took this little microphone and I took that little camera because at one point I was going to take a huge freaking backpack full of, I just was going to take my A7 IV, and I just picked up a new lens from Tamron, the 70 to 180 or something like that. But I decided to go against that because I wanted more space in my book bag, and I wanted to take a real traditional book bag instead of a camera bag because I had freaking like 3 or 4 over-the-ear headphones. So anyways, all right, I'm going to enjoy my workout, and then I'm going to catch up with you guys in another one. I think I'm going to do a whole series on this thing because I think there's just much more I want to do with this camera, just to see if it's something, again, that I can take out with me outside of the home and feel comfortable using, because that's really what it's all about. You have to be comfortable using the camera outdoors, especially if you want to get comfortable doing this outside. But anyways, okay, I'm gonna get to my workout. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.